today. I'm day off, heading to the barber shop to get this face done. It's like, look at all the hairs hanging over. I've got the little friar tuck thing happening. So also went to a little market, got myself some stuff for dinner tonight, which I'll show you later. First, gonna get this face chopped up. Alright, I'm approaching, getting closer. You know, I always get a little anxiety at the barber shop because it's an institution, but, you know, can also be super toxically masculine. It's there. So, headed that way. After the barbershop, I decided to treat myself to lunch. I made it a to-go order, which turned into a very long wait. But headed home, headache, my anxiety started to kick in. The strollers, the impromptu conversation, the people listening to music on their phone. Another important and random note here is if you order pupusas and you don't get a little slaw in a Ziploc or plastic baggie, I don't want it. I don't want it. Don't give it to me in a ramekin. Don't give it to me in any kind of cute container. It's funny how sort of near tragedy and anxiety-ridden just decisions and thoughts can influence your lifestyle. I am considering quitting my job, which is obviously going to mean having to stretch every dime I have. I mean, obviously, I don't think I can do it for a long time, but I'm just tired of being unhappy at where I work, you know, and anyway, I don't know if I'm actually going to take time off, but one thing is for sure is that I've got to ease up on the spending. My biggest weaknesses, as you can probably see, are home decor and food. And I go hard on the food. I'm talking like really overpriced pistachio spreads. I like, you know, just, and the thing is, I'm just adding on top of the stuff I already have. I'm not actually cooking the food I have, so I'm just getting more things on top of it and then not using that really as well. So I I'm looking to change it up. I've recently started following a YouTuber with a channel that goes by the name of Southern Frugal Mama, and it's been pretty inspiring. She's just really sweet, loves her family, loves to cook, and uh, makes recipes that can accommodate any budget, but you know, it's specifically targeted to people uh, with low budgets that are trying to feed their family. And even though our lifestyles aren't exactly the same, I mean, I don't have any kids or family to feed or anything, but I do spend a lot of money on food. I am looking to save. And honestly, just being smart, I need to use the things I have. So I'm gonna challenge myself to go at least a week. I know that may not seem like a lot to some of you, but for me, I probably do some form of food purchasing at least twice a week. So I'm looking to scale all that back significantly. So after the purchase that you will soon see, which was really just like a couple of accessories to make fuller meals during the week, at least I hope. So I'm I'm gonna try this. I've wanted to do this for a long time and I fail every time off the wagon. So I'm really gonna do it this time, and I'm gonna use everything I have in my pantry, in my freezer, and I am hoping not to grocery shop again unless it's like, I don't I don't know if there's like a food emergency, but I unless it's to like kind of start over for another week or two, I'm really not looking to make any more grocery store purchases. Now, that being said, you know how I feel about my mini Cokes and coffee. I want to have that in here all the time, but that's it. Nothing super extravagant, and the goal of this is really just finishing. I want to clear out my freezer. I want to clear out a big chunk of my pantry, and I cook for a living. It's like this, using what I have, improvising, being intentional, being smart about what I'm making. I mean, it's like I should have no trouble doing this, but my cravings hit hard, so it's still going to be a challenge. But I am I'm gonna do this, and which means that I'll probably update you guys in shorter videos, just kind of letting you know what I've got going on. Okay, this is my grocery store run, hopefully for the week. Um, I got some vegetable oil, some vinegar for cooking and laundry, coffee, because that's the one thing I won't compromise on, bagels, rice, chocolate chip
After
cookies.
the purchase that you will soon see, which was really just like a couple of accessories to make fuller meals during the week, at least.
And also these tasty cake, like dipping sticks, if you microwave these for 20 seconds, your whole life will change. So this is basically what I got for the week, and combined with what I have, I'm going to try to do no more shopping this week. I'm gonna keep the lentils pretty simple. Right now I've just added some water and a chicken bouillon cube, and I'm going to cook it in that. And because of that, and because the bouillon cube can be pretty salty, I'm going to hold on any additional salt until after this is cooked for a while. So I got these two chicken breasts on sale, pretty good sale, and I decided to just cut them both in half, so it gives me 4 nice sized portions. Let me know if anyone else is a weirdo. I bought this today because it was also on major sale, like almost the same price as this. I am low, as you can see, for sauteing the chicken, so I'm gonna finish that up and keep this in the pantry. And that makes me happy, because for some reason I find this little jug cuter. So even though I'm not gonna salt the lentils just yet because of the bouillon cube, I'm definitely going to salt the chicken. And they're pretty big, meaty pieces. Okay, got the lentils doing their thing. I went with my deeper French enamel pot just because I feel like I'm going to be adding to this a lot, and I wanted to make sure I had plenty of space. Also, this is my last bay leaf. I'm heartbroken about that because they're surprisingly expensive, but I can't live without them. Excuse the sear, but to my lentils, I'm gonna add, this is sort of a knockoff mole that I made, and I am gonna add it, so I'm gonna get like flavors of chocolate and adobo in here. I think it's really gonna be good, and it's gonna allow me to use what I've got. Okay, I have taken the chicken out, just kind of letting the lentil liquid reduce a little bit more. Added some onion powder. I'm going to do a little garlic powder as well, just because I didn't add those to the original dish. Alright, so before I add the chicken back in, actually added these frozen vegetables. It's called a winter mix, but it's really just broccoli and cauliflower. But I feel like that's gonna go, and it doesn't need, like, these are sort of frozen, so it's like these don't need a ton of time to cook. They will definitely finish up in the residual heat. So I'm downstairs in the free area of the laundry room, and I wish I were more creative so that I could at least use these frames for other projects, but even if I was, like, I just don't know if I even have the wall space for more art. So I literally almost ordered a pizza, but decided to brave through and actually eat the food I just made. So this is tonight's dinner. It's the chicken, lentils with broccoli and cauliflower and kind of like a mole and butter sauce. It's not looking bad. So see how it goes. Okay, so even though this was delicious, a couple things bothered me. It was a little loose. I normally like my lentils like really thick, kind of like mashed potatoes. And also, I lost some of my salt when I added the frozen vegetables in. So I took about half of these lentils out, picked out some of the bigger pieces of vegetables, but I strained it and then put away that liquid, took the lentils, pureed it, so I had this thick kind of paste, and then I added that back in, and that gave me everything I needed. I, of course, adjust the seasonings as well, but then added my chicken back in, and so much, much more enjoyable. You know, it's not always going to be a winner, even if you're a pro, and so, like, knowing how to fix and adjust these is just as important as making a perfect meal right out the gate. That's going to be it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I look forward to sharing this adventure with you.